A 13-9 is probably equivalent to like a 16-13, 16-12, somewhere in that region. So I think like the fact that they're being that competitive, and I think that was one of their first like officials in general. I'm excited for the future of this.
Yeah, and well, we don't have to wait too long at all, Brandon, because we can jump straight into our first map of the series. Team Falcons taking on PARIVISION, kicking off on Ancient here in Counter-Strike 2.
On flashbang and MHL on a P250. That is it when it comes to the utility and the upgrades purchased for the Falcons. X-Power for PARIVISION has got a smoke double flash. Cool setup here with MBK taking first contact. BOROS is tucked in, ready to swing in case PARIVISION starts to explode up the ramp. And, well, it feels like that's what they might be doing with Launex finding a kill out towards Shelf. That's mid under lock and key, and now PARIVISION need to respond here. Raijin surely spotted that shoulder, not quite, and BOROS, he completely punishes them.
Yeah, cool little corner he was sitting in. Just as you swing around, there's a bit of contact being taken over on aid, keeping them interested. 3 players coming on over here, and that's because the bomb is on X5's shoulders, getting the dinks off, but no kill found. Leaves it all onto the leg of X-Power, who gets another tag, does finish the job. And there are 2 players low, but BOROS is bearing down on you, and you have to get the reload off as well. Flank, potentially. And X-Power starts to make noise, starts to regress forward. Chances in the clutch are low, but not impossible with 2 players on a single slither of health. Look at this crossfire on the side. There's 3 of them just holding down this exact angle. Getting through here is, nice tag. Kill comes through for MHL, and Falcons take the pistol.
Yeah, good design there, as you mentioned. It's MHL taking first contact, MBK can swing, and you got BOROS on an even wider off angle in case some kills start to move forward, in case X5 can progress a little bit further. Nice design, and that was all through the round. It wasn't just one setup established, and that was it. It was then further ones implemented in the mid-round. There's another mid-smoke, and that one's thrown instantly. Obviously, no skyboxes here in CS2, so now we get cool things like that from MHL. Fast A play means that Launex potentially can have a field day. They all line up for him, and, well, he secures basically all of them. So what's the USP? Hoping for that ace, but that sheet would just rather keep the M4 alive.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that, right? You swing out towards A main, they're literally lined up. He riddles them all with bullets. 4 kills. Gets him warmed up on the A side of the map. You wouldn't have minded some of those kills going onto the MP9 players, but honestly, you don't lose a single player. There's no bomb plant. That's a perfect conversion, but it was just the Glocks. PARIVISION will now get all the AKs out. And the lack of a bomb plant doesn't hurt them too much here because they invested nothing into that previous round.
Okay, that's interesting. MHL, it seems that he's the one throwing this mid-smoke, and he's got it for every single spawn, which is cool. I guess your AWPer and having that consistency of one player continuously throwing the smoke means that you know exactly what util you have moving forward for the rest of the round. I think it needs to really be juggled over. Double up in towards Donut. PARIVISION have got space in towards mid because of the red smoke. And on B, no one's really being aggressive from the Falcons at the moment.
Yeah, this favors PARIVISION. That's so much ground that they managed to get early. CT smoke's going to come through. That's going to block off MHL with that orb. Get a double up in Donut. The flames come on through. Arnex is feeling the pressure. Put out into the open is traded out, but MHL actually found a kill on the spray through the smoke. That's one that he'll be loving, but X-Power does deal with Donut. Mid's locked off as well, and this split has been executed to perfection. 3 versus 3 in the post plant. MHL still sticking around on the site. X-Power should be spotting MBK on the moment. You got the swing that come from Red House. There it is. X5 is waiting for that moment. Now he's got MHL locked in. BOROS flanking through A main. Might be able to get something done. He does have the kit. A lot of utility as well. They've cleared out a lot of space. Clock's ticking on down, but can isolate Donut. BOROS gets a kill onto Jerry as well, so if that smoke comes on through, you can block up these angles, maybe get that defuse through, spotting a player out. He's onto the bomb, taps it, no time now, gets 1 kill, but yeah, the clock's against him.
Yeah, interesting retake attempts. Because I thought when the kill came in over towards Shelf, and the player in Red House has got all the space, you look at how far Boros' flank was off. I thought it would be probably an indication for Falcons to call that one off. 2 versus 3, save onto your rifles, bring them forward into the next, and your buy would be looking a little bit more healthier. Could have had utility around some of these rifles, but instead they go for it. They inflict heavy damage on towards PARIVISION, and now they look to apply the killing blow here and try and break more economy. Try and reset PARIVISION. That's exactly what Body's done in towards mid. X5 hits the deck, and Raijin is also being peppered down a little bit. Body feeling uncomfortable leaves, but his audio means that Loudness can just slide in.
Used a lot of their utility for this early engagements, but it has managed to get them the opener and the space. BOROS is continuing to lock down lane. And they need to do this. When you've got no utility later into the round, it's going to put you at such a disadvantage. There's no kit either. So getting forward positions is going to be very powerful. You can see this double setup over towards B with MBK ready to swing down towards ramp. Means that B is a trap if you're anywhere near it. It's a good chance PARIVISION do go this way. That's where the bomb is positioned. They're just seeing if they can get something into mid to begin with. A boost, in fact, coming into play. It's pretty cheeky. Body will get spotted, but that's a difficult shot. BOROS' barrel, though. Doesn't matter. Still wins out the fight. The swing comes through from MBK, and MHL was behind him, so the trap sprung successful.
Yeah, and you can't really progress over towards red because not only is the bomb out here, but you spotted Body and you revealed that you know he's there as well. This now gets awkward. 25 seconds left. Body's repositioned to be with MHL, who's now upgraded from a P250 to an MP9. Now Belchnock and Jerry need to run up the B ramp, somehow deal with both of these defenders, and plant the bomb.
There might be space for the bomb plant. If they can find Body, yeah, that's a kill. That's time. But the swing comes through Cave. Yeah, he was exposed to it. Kill goes on the Belchnock as well. And Falcons, 3-1. They force back through. Demolish PARIVISION. That early aggression, you can see they had to go for that sort of setup with the utility they had. It works out successfully. BOROS gets a very BOROS kill that you just don't think you should ever have been in the favorable position to get when the gun barrel gets spotted. But somehow wins out that engagement. And it's put PARIVISION now onto pistols.
This time a more delayed smoke in towards mid because they know they're not going up against these guns. BOROS, okay. Just holds dub, so does Body, who's up towards Shelf, inflicting a lot of pain on towards Belchnock and Raijin. Some kills come back with the pistols, and by some, I just mean one. That's a very clean round from the Falcons. Yet again, going for that retake a few rounds ago and just inflicting a lot of damage on towards PARIVISION enabled that reset to come through. 4 rounds already on the board here. They're looking pretty strong, and MHL's yet to pull out the AWP.
Yeah, this is an interesting conversation point that I think a lot of people are obviously on at the moment is kind of the economy situation with MR12 because it's an unadjusted economy in CS2. So same as what it was in MR15, and there's maybe some changes that will come to that with time. At the moment, it means that if you get reset, it hurts a lot. So many less rounds to play. An alright buy comes out for PARIVISION. You can see that AWP on X power. See if you can get engaged with it. They want to push through the smoke here onto BOROS. The Galil runs him down. Jerry with a massive opener. They start to accelerate through. Their own smoke actually blocking the way, but an opener and this sort of space is great at this stage of the map.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with MHL and Launex pushed all the way through A main, but didn't advance off that positioning. They've actually fallen all the way back. And of course, they've confirmed that no one's there, but at the same time, you've given up that opening kill. PARIVISION don't need to commit in towards Cave here. And that's going to send potentially more of a vulnerability here towards A. This is a really good mid-round call from Jerry. If you split through Donut right now, the only person here is Launex. He doesn't have a smoke. It's just an incendiary.
If he manages to spot players deep in Donut and get the flames down, that will give him a little bit of time to get reinforcements. And in fact, the HE is going to cause it to come out. So that will slow them down. And exactly as mentioned, the blue dots on the minimap start to move. No pressure from A-Main actually gives him a lot of space to work with, although he is a little bit worried about it. Support does come on over and... Okay, body falls, but now you're not ready. They line up. Leonex strikes, and it's deadly like a viper. 2 full. Jerry's on the other side of the map, and Exapower can't get involved. This one is Team Falcons.
I don't actually think they wanted to commit in towards A there. And I know that sounds a little bit weird, but I think the time was really against PARIVISION here. Because the way they set themselves up in the mid-round is leaving Jerry towards Cave. He was hoping to catch one of the rotations. If Falcons had pushed through Cave and gone for a reset in towards Shelf, as they did in the previous rounds, Jerry would have got the kill, would have called all of the team back, and they would have reset towards the B-bomb site. Instead, with about 30 seconds left, and with Falcons grouping as a unit and moving through the map together, that didn't allow that possibility. So then they had to go through A. And I really like the fact that a player committed through Temple to look like they were scrambling over towards that bomb site, but they had Laonex lying in wait.
Yeah, despite throwing that incendiary, he never peeked out from double box. And the extra play coming through Temple just made it seem like that was him all along. Very nice little moves from Team Falcons. That one piece of utility really setting them up for success there by giving them the time for those rotations. Now, with those weapons that were kept across, notably the AWP, they have managed to get out a buy. I wouldn't call it a decent one, but it's okay.
Fun nade mechanic there. Insta smoke came in from PARIVISION at Donut. Laonex blew it up to have a look, but didn't see anything. MHL still on guard, but Exapower with the AWP has found MBK, and look at the space this has created. With X5 striking in towards mid, Donut player's going to have to be worried. BOROS in towards Cave has got a mammoth task on his hands, completely separated from the pack. Jerry will strike, and that's a very coordinated round from PARIVISION.
Small thing, but I love the way Jerry doesn't swing immediately from long. They know that Cave has a player in it, and they know that the bomb being planted is going to draw attention, but he doesn't swing as the bomb starts to get planted. He waits, what, second and a half, then goes to the swing just as BOROS is starting to clear the angles and just gives him the advantage in that fight. Really nice stuff from PARIVISION. All the smokes in towards middle, giving them space, getting that Mach 10 up close, catching off the rotation. The AWP uncontested, getting an opener as well. So despite the lesser buy, they get a lot done.
Yeah, it's a really good position from Jerry as well, because it actually gives him a decision tree. Because you're speaking about that peeking towards Cave, but also where X5 got the kill onto MHL in red. If then X5 swings and sees that there is players rotating up, they're then going to have to deal with the red player, and that way Jerry can swing, and you've created another pincer. So just creating a lot of options there for PARIVISION to make sure they're guaranteeing all of these kills, and no fights in the middle to late round are being taken in isolation. Loving the design of these smokes coming through. Not only the red one, sometimes it's blended in with the donut smoke, but a lot of times the cave one is being thrown down to allow a lot of progression up this shelf, and when the flashbang comes in, BOROS can't see anything through it.
Just straight up B, charging on through, knowing that the control's in towards lane, so it's a bit weaker on the side. They can find the opener and scale on through. Raijin's already up towards CT, wants to continue fighting and done so successfully. Look at the utility, the flames littering the site. These Augs have to retreat. The Augurs come back in a big way. Nice kill for BOROS. And he might feel enticed just to stick around to do further damage. They know that Raijin's just been dinked, so he's not getting out of here alive. There's just no way. Unless BOROS gets spotted, but you'd love a couple of exits here just to keep the economy in a pretty fragile position. Oh well, that's not so bad. League with the low HP player. Make sure you get at least 3 out alive.
Yeah, good pace. That's now a couple of rounds in which PARIVISION have just accelerated up towards B, found the kill, and then within 5 seconds they've taken pretty much all of long. They've been leaving Cave really uncontested, and it's working out wonderfully for them. Tactical timeout now needs to come in, because not only are you talking about the money and what you want to do with it in this round for the Falcons, we're also talking about, well, if they're leaving Cave and they're conditioning the fact that they're not going to be there, how do we counter this? What's our next play? Normal cool like schools of thought would be more direction in towards middle for the Falcons to allow them to scale shelf, or a pushing towards B ramp with a smoke that lands at the deep doors. You can then throw your different flashbangs over and deeper to restrict the space onto PARIVISION. But with this overcommitment potentially coming in the next couple of rounds, PARIVISION know that A is going to be slightly more vulnerable than it normally would be in the next few.
I think it's interesting, and we won't see it this round, but there's been a double smoke thrown by Team Falcons in towards mid. So one lands about where Jerry is. I thought initially it was them extinguishing like a Molotov, but it seems a bit odd. So I want to keep an eye on that. We've got a org on each side of the map. First one peeks through, but the flashbang blinds. If MHL falls, that's B completely open. X5 and Raijin charge on through. No casualties as they enter. And that's an easy 4th round for PARIVISION.
It's also really interesting the fact that PARIVISION aren't Molotoving the cave entrance. They're always smoking it. Just these small little details that are allowing, I guess, more predictable movement. Because if you smoke off cave, no one's going to be sprinting through and facing you at default. And we know how powerful wide swings currently are in the meta. So by mollying someone out of position, you actually are, in a way, giving them an advantage on a different angle. Which sounds ridiculous, but it's kind of the state we've got in CS2 at the moment. So
yeah,
by using the smoke, you're guaranteeing that they're not going to be completely displaced.
Yeah, the whole biggest advantage conversation is very interesting. I was reading Twist was posting that he actually thinks that it's a lot less on LAN, which is interesting because obviously peaking is very... Hold up, we'll go back to that. There's that smoke, see? It goes deep. I think it's just that they can scale up quickly towards ledge. It's just an unusual smoke for the CTs to throw, given they've already got smoke and elbow.
I think it's also because where the smokes are volumetric now, you can get lost in them a lot quicker. So by putting that smoke down, not only does it allow you scaling, it also prevents PARIVISION from quickly running through all of your utility and finding your trades onto the players that are moving fast. Although speaking of trades, there hasn't been one in response from the Falcons just yet. BOROS has got good space in here, out towards shelf. Jerry is looking at it on an angle, but oh, BOROS. He knows that one player is definitely there, but meanwhile, the attention's being taken towards red. MHL hits the deck. Launex finds one, but he's on, what, no HP. BOROS is now caught out in towards elbow. Or maybe he's not. Good find onto Europa.
Lang's got no health, doesn't matter. Gets the headshot. Trey's there, we're on a 2-on-2. Fast flank coming through from BOROS. How wet? No, not where at all. Good night. Bolshanok is completely out of position. He will get MBK. So that's one. Well timed in that swing to find the kill. BOROS is still low. Spotted each other. I set up the flashbang. BOROS is crossed back to sight. Smoke goes down as well, and that's a very bold decision to go for the ninja. Doesn't quite work out.
To be fair, that is the least BOROS play BOROS could make. So my game's really at work.
I guess so.
5 rounds each. PARIVISION have done really well to build into this first half, more notably. Economy is now running very thin for the Falcons. This has to be an eco. And this will be the first time in the game, potentially, PARIVISION can take the lead.
T-side starting to get on a roll. After a very strong start from Team Falcons as well. So obviously the pick of PARIVISION, so you're expecting to come in all guns blazing. I think these Deagles can cook up anything for the Falcons. With this sort of spacing, even if you do hit some nice shots, it's about to get a little bit scary for you. Yes. One player's found in CT spawn, and suddenly like, okay, guys, they're in our spawn. And B is under a lot of pressure. They decide to fight in towards cave. I like the idea. Jerry finds BOROS, and one by one, things come undone.
Look at a lot of the defaulting of PARIVISION and the way they're trying to take deliberate pieces of map control. And Red Room has been a real point of contention for them. Whether it's running through a smoke and catching off MHL, whether it's moving as a unit and trying to deny the space, you've got a distinct line in the middle of the map in which you're isolating all of these CTs. It's really interesting, and I've not really seen Ancient being approached like this in Go, but in CS2 it's becoming a lot more common. You actually ignore Donut for the most part, you take Red Room, because then you're taking wide angles out in towards CT, and you can swing on the Temple player, you can swing on the player over towards default as well, and then that enables like a trickle down. So the players towards A main can then try and get the players' backs turned. And it's a really interesting pincer that we haven't really seen until CS2 comes in.
Well, now into round number 12, 5-6 scoreline, and we're in the last round of the half. Got by that lovely little chime that comes on through. BOROS flashed on through, but the smoke, ooh, actually helps him out a little bit there because Raijin was ready for that swing. Jerry comes alongside him, and everyone's looking for it. Nice HP, but BOROS didn't quite blow onto him. Landed a little funky. Now they're swinging towards mid. Jerry gets one, but traded immediately. But again, another T player always there, always ready.
Yeah, really good space in here. And I like this as well. You know that smoke's fading towards shelf, so you need to get out of there. However, Raijin, oh my goodness me, he's going to get the kill. No, he's not. MHL
What?
just spins round. I thought that was Raijin's kill dead to rights. BOROS yet again on this A main flank, very fast. Oh, okay. This round should be over, and it will be in a matter of moments. Exapower in towards Temple. But you've seen the grenade trajectory. If you're BOROS, you understand that he's locked in here. 40 seconds left. Got to retrieve the bomb. It feels hopeless.
That said, finds the first kill, spots another, but yeah, BOROS on another flank. Exapower's not ready. Gets around the corner. Slinks away, but they know where he's gone. He's had a player on his tail. 20 seconds left. 21 HP. Falcons are playing this well. They fall back, knowing that the bomb has to be planted. There's just not time enough to do it. Even if he finds one of these kills, spots BOROS. He'd love another couple of seconds, but it's not going to be the case. A 6-6 half between Falcons and PARIVISION.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
6 rounds each here between Team Falcons and PARIVISION, and now Falcons swap over to that T side. I thought it was interesting that MBK got the final kill in the first half, and that was also his first kill of the half. So starters should be to go on. No, but it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, at least you're off the mark.
6-6 is such a strange half, but also, like, it's kind of cool that we can now get even halves. You know?
Yeah.
You can never get two teams at the same scoreline at the half in the past. Because I had to add to 15, guys. That's why it's called MR15. That's not why it's called that, but it kind of is why it's called that. But also it's not why it's called that.
Thank you. Jerry. Oh, getting aggressive, but only for a moment. Alex scares him off. Still a 5-on-5, not yet had a kill in this pistol round, but Falcons are scaling and they want to apply the pressure, and somehow Raijin gets the kill onto Launex and then also takes a dink in towards Cave, but he's still fine. BOROS around the corner trying to punish. Instead it's Jerry that now gets even more lumps taken out of him, and finally in a matter of moments all the kills come through. We're actually in a 2 versus 2, would you believe it? Extra power Belchnock versus just MHL, tucked in the corner, shoulder spotted, head presented, but kill not yet being found until Extra Power takes it upon himself. A close wide swing, and PARIVISION take the pistol.
The amount of those fights where a player walked away with the tiniest amount of HP, even Belchnock at the end there, I felt like MHL should have had that kill and then could have played a bit of time in a 1v1, but every single time it's like 3 body shots or a goosh comes through, but the clean kill's a little bit hard to come by there for both teams. Eventually, PARIVISION do battle their way through. Now they take the lead into the second half. Bump that comes on through, and you killed a lot of players as well. So that's 5 Galils coming out. So it's a whole lot of Galils. It's almost a better buy than PARIVISION's.
I'd say it is.
Yeah.
No, it definitely is. I mean, Jerry's buy is based, and he's going to get boosted up on towards A. So he might actually get opportunities here to farm up a lot of money for Extra Power's AWP. Raijin. Oh, can't quite see anyone at the moment. And the nade from PARIVISION goes deep. Rather than blowing up the smoke and giving BOROS an opportunity, instead tries to get players that are hiding just behind it. Falcons have left A, and they've smoked off Cave, which makes me think they want to contest mid.
This is a kind of crazy setup for PARIVISION. It's so heavily committed to each extremity that there's really no room for rotations if your site hold fails. You're basically going to have to save if you lose one of these sites. However, if they hit A, it's going to favor you a lot. And it does look like they're interested in this side of the map, although smoked off. They don't have to. They could go back to B here, especially if they get a nice opening through for the split. But no, that smoke signals they want to go through CT. They could be walking into a pretty scary setup. But maybe not. MBK catches out X5. That's a big kill. Still 2 players here to deal with. In towards Donut, that fight's going to go as they scale on through. Belchnock up on high with the M4. Gets first onto BOROS, but traded out. Now it's just the auto shotgun behind default. Unexpected, unknown, eventually spotted, gets 1 kill, which is decent, and puts Extra Power in a potential for a clutch. Comes around the corner at a good time, wanting to swing on them, but they're both there, and he falls.
I like that. Even though they've heard the footsteps there, the fact that MHL and Body swing together, they make it so difficult for even 1 kill to come through. Jerry was trying to play the ultimate mastermind there as he lets 1 player walk CT to try and prioritize closer range opponents with the XM. It just doesn't quite work out. And also, as you're mentioning, where these setups for PARIVISION were so far on the extremity, the only chance you can get information is actually pushing just the outer edges of the map, and it doesn't happen. They mistime it a little bit. MBK's there for the hold, and one by one, these players just completely fall apart. It is not ideal. And especially when you have a T side that's so focused on trading, for that to break so early on in the second half is disappointing.
Jerry spotted. Boros decides he has other things to deal with. Relies on his teammates to get the kill. Does cost MBK his life, but doesn't matter. They managed to force their way through, get the bomb down. These remaining PARIVISION players, they did force into this, so they don't really want to lose what they've got here, especially with a limited number of rounds. It's a lot more riskier to throw this sort of weaponry away. Even if it is just a scout and a deagle. Only one player's even got armor, which hurts even more. Might just lose everybody. No, they're not going to progress.
Yeah. But the issue is by losing the gun round after winning the pistol and then bringing forward these weapons, I don't know. I don't like it. Valve, please fix economy. Please make it more balanced because, again, we're entering double eco territory where you kind of feel like you have to force on one of these buys, and it just shouldn't exist. I feel like one eco is fine, and then it should just be a gun round. But that's just my little base take. More gun rounds.
Buddy. Remember back in the day when, before the loss bonus, and you'd have to take like 2 ecos in a row?
Yeah, I mean, that should never have happened either.
Valve will fix it.
Oh. I wonder how long they hold this boost for. Zeus? Raijin's got the Zeus out. You can see it. Boros going to clear corners. Around the corner he goes. Oh. And Raijin gets shocked. I like how disciplined the Falcons are being right now. They're just moving as a unit and just slivering their way through.
Yep, avoiding any pitfalls. Although, despite getting the kill on B, all the presence they've shown over towards A with this util is raw plays over. What a shot from Exapower. He just slips out of temple. Dome song with the scout. Fortunately, oh, just a tag onto body. Or just the body shot onto body, I suppose.
I think good luck to Belchenok and X5. X5 probably wants to save his armor. If you're Belchenok, you maybe escort him. You could walk Donut and potentially get a gun, but that's really risky. 9 rounds up for the Falcons. PARIVISION need to pull their finger out when we get this full bite. X-Power should have enough money for an AWP, and that's going to be prioritized. But for Falcons, this has been a very clean start to the half, bar the pistol.
Yeah, it feels like a team that is particularly strong on T sides, which I think is going to benefit them a lot in CS2 for all the reasons we've elucidated on earlier. There's that AWP though.
Do you want the Zeus?
Zeus is one of those things that's just like so great to have when you got nothing else, but then is almost useless to have in any other situation.
It's great.
That's the classic mid utility. The Molotovs, the deep smoke.
Oh, the
Good
damage.
spam damage. That's nice. I know, tops away, scampering out of there. Take mid control without really having to do too much.
Oh, there's that molly. But no one's moving off the back of it from the Falcons. They're just letting them know. We're outside B. We're here at Shelf. X-Power finds the opener onto MBK. And Boros, that's a really interesting molly. What on earth? He's mollied himself in. And he's found Jerry. I'm going to have to watch that back.
Well, it works. And now they've got space to direct towards A, although you can see the rotation start to come through. Body has walked deep in towards red, but the AWP is close. Xpower doesn't miss those. He's going to run away, but they've left a rifler there just in case you think there's maybe a gap now. Go any further, Belshnock is waiting for you. So there might be good timing here. Can't adjust. Guess that kill. There's 2 more players to potentially find. Great entry from Boros. It's a man on a mission, but eventually put down. Bomb is planted, but nowhere to go.
There's a lot of indecision there in the mid round from Falcons, and it all becomes when Xpower rotates and is very dynamic, moving in towards middle, finds the kill, and then runs away. It felt like Falcons were going to go for a split, actually up in towards B, especially with Boros still kind of lurking out towards Cave. But it all gets undone by players being ready for it. Good discipline by PARIVISION, good understanding of the situation as well. Another buy can come in for the Falcons. So they're not going to be too disheartened. PARIVISION, that's their first gun round in the second half.
Boros, though, still putting the pace on, charging on through. Raijin, no chance to respond. He's a speed demon. Body gets the trades in mid.
Oh.
2 kills from Body. We didn't get to see it from his POV, but I don't know how he gets the second one there. He was low. The jump was on him. This round's done. It's just Xpower. An AWP in his hands. They have time to wait, to scout it out, find out where he is. What a blistering fast round from Team Falcons.
That's wild from Body as well, because PARIVISION threw a molly on towards Shelf that prevents swings, so they can isolate the fight on towards Elbow. And Body runs through it from middle and then turns around as it expires and hits 2 headshots. I don't understand. Xpower. Oh, nearly the adjustment. This round should be all said and done because Boros, yet again, he's on a flank. But it starts to get a bit scary when Xpower keeps re-peeking. Interesting, they don't pick up the AWP either. They keep all the AKs.
Yeah, I think that's going to be something we see a bit more, is there's running the AKs on T sides. I mean, MHL's having a great game with the rifle anyway. Remember, 12 is map point. PARIVISION are ecoing this one. And avoiding the stack. Very nice and easy.
Yeah, very simple. Just putting all the util down. Body's left to lurk and work. Blows open a smoke just to see if there's anyone in donut. Spoiler, there isn't. It's just X5. Out behind default on A. So you're going to be in for a little bit of a nasty surprise as MBK, Boros, and the entire Falcons roster peek their way out the corner. X5 reveals himself, but just for a moment and just for enough time for Boros to give him a haircut. That's the round over. PARIVISION looking for exits, but that'll be it.
Xpower bought a kit just in case there was a chance of a sneaky little defuse that could come through. I have my doubts that opportunity will present itself.
I'd love it if he just tried anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he is in the area to do it. So I don't think he'll arrive in time, and they've left a player there to keep an eye on it. He's going for it. He's going for the ninja. No, he doesn't have enough time. He timed it wrong. He was like 2 seconds wrong. Off. should say.
I think he would have had it as well, because MBK was running away. That would have been a twist in the tail, but not to be. 11-8, and another gun round, and potentially the final gun round for PARIVISION. If they lose this, they're going to have absolutely nothing left in the tank. 2,900 loss bonus. And they're taking a pause just to discuss how they want to guarantee they don't lose this round.
Yeah, if you lose this one, it's pretty much curtains on your map pick as well. And we've got Anubis coming out for Falcons, which should be a very exciting map to watch them play on.
Falcons are very good at Anubis as well. So it honestly does feel like PARIVISION, whilst they do look strong, or they did look strong against Monte, you kind of want to be taking your map pick kids just to give you a little bit of comfort, a little bit more of a solid foundation for this best of three. Slow start for Falcons in towards mid. They blow up the smoke to have a little peek, but Exapower's got good spacing. You've also got Raijin, who's been a little bit more proactive over towards Cave. However, an MP9 can't really support an AWP here.
Exapower wants this fight, though. He knows the importance of it, and he finds it. Body crawls into his crosshair. Great opener, and now he starts to move. He needs to get over towards B, because BOROS is getting involved. Walking into the side, they spot out Jerry, but he gets the kill on MBK. In the back lines, and Raijin, they don't clear the corner. He gets one and almost a double. It's got to be BOROS. Bomb is being planted. He's got into a very forward position. He gets his first kill, and he spots the shoulder. Oh, great swing. They knew exactly where he was. That's beautiful from PARIVISION.
I can't believe BOROS lost that fight, because he saw the shadow as well from Belchanok. He had every advantage. And Belshot just goes, no. Not happening. I like the fact that Exapower doesn't commit to the fight on BOROS. He just leaves long and prioritizes that just so he can have the first advantages, taking fights once the bomb's been planted. Just to deny after plants being established by Falcons. A much needed round, and PARIVISION will claim it. All off the back of Exapower and his proactive decision making.
Body getting away this time, but still not a lot of luck into mid for him. Considering they might look towards another BOROS go kill maneuver in towards Cave. There's the B hit written all over it. There are only 2 defenders. BK setting up the smokes.
That's deep.
One out towards long. They're going to be landing. A rotation comes on over. They have to run through the smoke to do it. Using the HE to clear the way. BOROS charges through, but Raijin blinded, lines them up with the M4. 3 fall to him. Single-handedly locking them out of this round. Both remaining players are barely alive. This one feels very lackluster.
I think, honestly, it's a little bit unfortunate. Because that you've got the smoke blowing up the nade, you've got the flashbang that was absolutely perfect, and Raijin has just managed to find 3 kills, fully blinded. He knew nothing about that. But he's held it down. And then the round completely crumbles off the back of it. 11 rounds plays 10, where it looked like PARIVISION were on the brink of losing the map. They've really bought themselves back into the game. Falcons use another timeout because whilst there is money available, it's dwindling. And you can't afford to let PARIVISION back into this game. The good thing about this is, apart from the previous round, players have been falling on the side of PARIVISION, and the money's not really that established. So all it will take is one Falcons round, or even a couple of expensive losses here for PARIVISION, and Falcons are still in control because of the economy state.
Potential that we go the full distance here, all 24 rounds. Yeah, Falcons T side, well, explosive on a few rounds. Last couple have been a little flat. Very defaulty out towards B, see what you can work, a little bit of space in mid. This time it's looking like everybody's abandoned mid, so maybe we'll see a delayed mid take come through for Team Falcons. Definitely space that you want to establish in the T side just to give you some room to play with those rotations. Keep the CTs guessing so that they can't just rotate everyone over and be ready for your hit like they were last round.
There's that molly again. But Raijin's thrown a smoke deep in towards cave, so only the first stage of it can be gathered here for Falcons. No real pressure being applied yet in towards mid, because last time they went in towards mid, they got shut down by this AWP, who's now rotating over towards red. Big fight, but smoke comes in the nick of time. I love this double setup here in towards cave. PARIVISION, it feels like they've got an answer for everything.
Not going to burst into Donut. Goshenot got success from this position before, and he will again.
Oh. Actually, at the second time of asking, because BOROS finds a team kill. That is not how Falcons wanted to play that one out.
Painful. And now you're limping out of this round. Yeah, again, it kind of feels a little uninspired for Team Falcons. They kind of just walk in towards Donut. PARIVISION had given them this space for free, so they're fully aware that this is a potential play. They're anticipating this sort of movement with the space that they've purposely allowed Team Falcons to take.
It's good design. It's a really nice setup. The fact that you've actually got X5 trying to take that first contact from Temple to bait Belchinok in. You can't go red if you're Falcons because X power is there. And if you go up the ramp, sure, that's an opportunity. But Falcons have been really hesitant just to run it down. This is what they're doing this round in towards mid. Flashbang really good. Body can't see a thing. Belchinok backs up. And now BOROS just wants to take this fight in towards cave, but gets wide swung by Raijin just as that smoke is being deployed.
Yeah, great swing. It was just he wanted to throw the Molotov forward as well. PARIVISION are taking some further liberties in space. Oh, but MBK! He's found 3. He gets both on that push through, and he gets one in towards red room. Doubles his kill count in the most important round. And that might be enough. The rotation's coming over. Everybody is here on B. Exapower's getting aggressive. Sliding into position. He's found a kill. No trade possible. Sitting back, MHL's found another. Exapower in a 1 versus 2. They know where he is. He fired off that AWP just a moment ago. He's hunting, searching, finds one. MHL's position known as he fires behind the pillar. Repositions though, deep into the site. And MHL hits the shot. 12 for Falcons.
I think Exapower just did the Michael Jackson peak out long.
He did.
Great. Hee. But MHL actually has the last laugh. Really good reposition over towards the back of the B-bomb site. Exapower not ready for it. Final timeout now being used for PARIVISION. They can put all their eggs in the basket, obviously. They need to win this round and we get overtime. Which is great. That means it'd actually be MR15. That'd be first 16 if we get there. I cannot believe MBK's come up when it matters most, been absent for most of this game, and then chimes in with a 3K. How important can that be?
Once eventually he gets them all in like 2 seconds. He gets that kill, the trade immediately in towards red, and then just swivels down towards lane to get 2 as they walk out on that aggressive push. That's that game sense that comes from the veterancy that he delivers. Ouchie for the body. Gets the space though.
They're ending A. Bomb's already making its way through. You've taken space in towards mid. Now you're going to apply it over towards cave. You're going to look to trap these players in position over at B and then execute. There's a very strong setup here. This AWP has started Donut. Exapower finds BOROS, who's been the leading player for the Falcons so far. And even if you get past him, you also need to get past X5. You can't manage it. MBK hits the deck. Now PARIVISION know what's up.
Only 1 smoke left as well. Thrown in towards Donut to at least isolate this fight, but you've still got 2 players to deal with. Bolshevik swings, but dealt with by LoudX. A boost up as well. There's a chance here. They have the player disadvantage. 2 players still smoked off in Donut Cherry. Finds MHL in towards Temple. Making it a lot more difficult for these remaining players to fight their way into this round. 2-player advantage. PARIVISION just need to hit the landing to force overtime. A smoke forward, a flash as well. Over the top, but the boost up finds success, but only for a moment. Overtime ensures.
Yeah, well done from PARIVISION. A 4-on-2 that looks a little bit scary. Launex does his best, but the retake always going to be the likely outcome. 12 rounds each. We look for 16. All the money's reset, so we don't have to worry about that at the moment. MBK needs to get online here. Obviously, we saw that 3K in one of the previous rounds, but it needs to be on a more consistent basis. Team Falcons, I'm sorry, you can't keep playing 4 versus 5.
Well, it was enough to get them onto 12. Yeah, MBK looking for a bit of impact. Has scaled quickly. Body looking to be met in mid. Comes out ahead, peering over the top of the smoke. Gets the opener for Team Falcons.
Much needed. Belshrock's been such a nuisance in some of these rounds, just opening them up for PARIVISION and denying access for Falcons. This time removed, and it's going to be a quick collapse on towards B through the space that MBK's already got through Cave, through Boros, and his proactive push in through ramp. You can only imagine. MHL is yet to pick up an AWP, I think, all game long, really. In come these nades. Exapower misses the shot, goes for another. We can't find anything. Really good entry path in onto the bomb site here for the Falcons. Boros looking for more, can't quite find it, but a flashback thrown in the face should seal the deal. It's all up to X5, a 1 versus 4. It's not happening. The Falcons, they're going to get the first round in overtime.
Yeah, it was looking a bit more like it for Team Falcons. Good opener, and then exploding onto the site. X5, will he be allowed to save? Does look like he might, despite this huddle. Alex is going to give it a look in towards Donut, but X5 has a good angle here. Oh, look at that wide swing. You just cannot respond to it.
Add that to the list of things that I think needs to be fixed. But you're right, and it's just, you got to take advantage of it whilst it's in the game. Just keep wide swinging. Orgs come out for both Jerry and Belchanok. Extra power with the AWP again. MHL sticks to the AK.
BOROS. Oh, clean open up. So consistently looking in towards cave for something. With that kill, they're immediately going over towards A. There's aggression here. Body's walking past. Not gonna be ready, but there is Larnex ready. So this one, basically call it around because PARIVISION want to save these two guns. It's 10k overtime, and losing the first, losing every player means that it really hurts if you find any more losses. BOROS wants to make this as painful as possible. One goes down. Extra power with the AWP. Days surely numbered. Just trying to dodge where BOROS is looking. He has actually managed to slowly slink away, but any moment now, BOROS is going to catch him. There it is.
Yeah, that's really painful. X5 can definitely drop an AWP, so can Raijin, so it's not the end of the world. Bought a scout by accident and then quickly refunded. One of the greatest features, I think, in CS2. But Falcons, they're being a lot more direct on this T side. We're not doing slow mid rounds. We're not trying to see what space you can take and then just retake a little bit later on. It's, okay, this feels a little bit more methodical. We want to go towards A. How are we going to best position ourselves to be able to achieve that? And how direct can we be? This is fast. This is going straight in towards A. A double AWP setup here for PARIVISION, trying to net them something on this CT side. Shadow spotted. X5 finds the first. And then Extra Power doubles up. They're both here on A.
Double X, double AWP. I'm impressed that they were able to afford the two AWPs. Obviously, it came at the cost of all of their utility of it. It's the last thing you're expecting. And look at him go. X-Power wants some more. Anywhere you go, there's going to be an AWP at this stage. Oh. Maybe there's some space to be taken here. That the issue with the double AWPs is retaking becomes a little bit tricky. Not a kid either. But that might not matter, as could even be all 5 kills going to the AWPs at this stage. X-Power spams through the smoke, trying to catch his final player. Looking like we're going to have a 14-14 half in overtime.
Yeah, we absolutely are. But it was Falcons that was kind of coming alive a little bit early in the CT side. And the fact that they've got 2 rounds on T-side overtime, I think that's going to serve them quite well. Because they were struggling towards the tail end of the game to put T rounds on the board. Now that they've secured them already, that's a big sigh of relief. Now Falcons can reset and they can look to end things here and now.
Spraying towards mid. Double flames, low to the floor. Oh, X5 was a little early, but doesn't matter. Finds the kill anyway. Our Nex is trying to get clever behind the smoke. He's punished for it.
Remember how much pressure was put on towards Red Room in regulation here for PARIVISION. Looks like design hasn't changed. BOROS, oh, gets triple swung. There's no chance he's surviving that. MBK finds one. MHL with the AWP. There he goes. On towards Raijin. Already being hunted, though, by X5. MHL stuck between now 2 different angles. This is awkward. And Extra Power just removes him. We've got a level scoreline here.
Body, what can you do? Especially with that smoke landing and blocking your vision immediately. Sends him falling back. Quite a close affair between these two teams. Already been a few overtimes in CS2. We had was it triple OT?
Yeah,
In the York shipping qualifier?
Yeah.
Quad. Yeah, that's a lot of OTs.
Yeah, what's MR12? We're here in MR15 right now. 14-14. Funnily enough, 15-15 will continue over time. MHL buys an AWP again. Managed to find one success story out towards Cave, but that was it because it was short-lived by PARIVISION taking space fast in towards mid and red room. Looking to do the same again potentially here. Only one smoke being used. No smoke in towards Cave this time. That should give BOROS some more room.
Middle littered with smokes. CTs get full control. BOROS might be a completely different round. That single fight determines it.
Same reality though as why is BOROS doing that? He doesn't need to be there. He doesn't have any confirmed intel. Doesn't need to be that aggressive. This round's PARIVISION's. All the kills come in a matter of moments. Not a single kill in response from Falcons. What a clean round of Counter-Strike.
That's how you want to start your OT. Well, your double OT. Explosive. Raijin with a 3-piece. Feels like the double X's have woken up and kicked things up a gear. Double set up in towards Cave. BOROS on the box. X-Power's looking like he wants to peek around this corner. He goes much wider. He's in for trouble. They are lined up here, but it's very difficult to clear. BOROS drops off, avoids the AWP. Bullet getting close, but X-Power swings on through. Doesn't allow him to get into the corner. Double setup dealt with. Jerry finds body. One by one. Team Falcons tumbling down through the smoke. Bullets and Brawn. MHL saving an AWP. PARIVISION lock this one in.
It's a shame because Falcons had a lot of opportunities to close this game. Honestly, not once but twice. Think back when it was 11-8 and they had complete control of the economy. Uninspired rounds have really hindered and upset this Falcons resilience on PARIVISION's map pick. That's another example of it. Back-to-back rounds now in which only one casualty has come in. 1 kill for Falcons compared to 9 of PARIVISION. It's awkward. And the AWP won't even be saved forward.
No, I'm not going to put it up. Preferring to get all the utility out. NHL, not the prettiest. The Fan Master the smoke in the last round of OT. 2, half, 1. And why wouldn't you just go to B? It's been working so well. Raijin looking like he wants to go on through, and it's a very passive setup from Team Falcons. Still out of the space. They were fighting in mid. That means the bomb's going down. They have found some good kills. PARIVISION are feeling the pressure.
Oh, look at Jerry.
Jerry. Oh, MHL is here. This is a little weird. Can't phase the smokes like he could in the past, but he's still going to get a kill. Trade's immediate. X5 looks to step into his position, gets one, traded out, Exapower. He's been a menace. A 1 versus 2 required from him. He taps the bomb, get off it, he spots it, can't hit the shot. Wasting time, the flick is great. And is there a kit? No. Yes, he picks one up, all good.
Again, MBK coming through. It feels like he can only get kills in rounds he gets 3Ks in. Great one, because that was a mess out towards long with Jerry, X5 causing a lot of chaos. But the Falcons hold on. They get at least one. They still keep this within 1 round of contention here. All the money's reset again. The halves are swapped over. Exapower buys an AWP. I wonder if X5 is going to buy one as well. Because it was the double AWPs that worked out well towards the end of overtime 1. And that is the decision that's going to be made.
That's what caught Team Falcons from, well, for surprise, and was what got them into overtime, what got them into the lead. And again, the AWP strikes true.
You see that? Jerry got boosted and he jumped, not to peek, but just to gain a little bit of info. And he saw that there were 2 players down deep towards the B doors. That's so cool.
I like it. The Jerry effect. It's got a brain for CS. Oh. Almost opportunity for X-Fout. They know where he is. They don't know about the second AWP. That's just posted up over towards A currently. B is pretty lightly defended, and you got 2 AWPs in a retake.
This is smart to go for this because you know the AWP was out in towards mid, as far as you're concerned. And if you ever saw another player, it was X5, and he's always been that A anchor. So if you're going towards B right now, it would have been the correct decision to make. However, you've got the molly going in. Launex is tucked in a corner, and Jerry, he throws another one down. I wonder if that spreads to Launex. If it does, that's really unfortunate. Smoke is just about to expire here at Ramp.
Oh, the swing, the flashbang's great, but too many players. MHL gets the kill, and they start to extend on through. Launex finds one. That was on the rotating AWP. Raijin sitting on the other side of the smoke. Body's looking for it. 2 players are low on the T side. Ichi comes on over. Body's extended through behind, and it's allowed Raijin to slip on in, but it doesn't matter. They're all falling. Leaves on Felshot, who I think he thought he was getting shot from the corner there. That was not where he was getting shot from, as he quickly realizes. (17-17).
That's so awkward with that engagement out towards long, where Raijin was tucked in the corner. Because him finding that kill and not seeing body means that Exapower feels a lot more comfortable, but he gets immediately deleted. And the fact that Raijin only finds 1 kill when there's so many players on low HP is honestly just a little bit unfortunate. This game doesn't want to end. Both of these teams are still fighting for control. And this is only the first map in the series. 17-17. And if it keeps being even, we'll go to a 3rd overtime. Which is weird, because it should be the 2nd one. But my brain can't quite manage it.
Power found a lot of success towards mid field previously, especially from this donut position. This time around, though, Body removes him. Wide swing on the shot caused it to go awry, and he wants to scale further. Really good spacing being taken from Team Falcons early, knowing they've removed the AWP, and it gives them liberties to move around the map.
Oh, X5, though, has done fantastically. He shuts that down, and that's going to cause Falcons just to go straight into B and barrel. Especially after they get the first stage towards Cave, they think, well, if there's a player out towards CT, at best, there's no one here. At worst, there's one. The sad reality is that Belchnock's rotating over from Shelf on a very quick rotate. X5 is out in towards short, and you've got Raijin out towards long. Everyone is here.
X5 is very low. It really depends on whether Lanix can find this kill, and he can't. MHL with 38 HP. 3 players about to bear in on his position. He'll get the first one. Low HP player, but too many. They swing on him. And PARIVISION, they're going to take map point.
I'll be honest, it's really painful watching some of these rounds for the Falcons because they've got the right ideas. They just execute it really horribly sometimes. Like, they've spotted Raijin jumping for information out towards B. So that means you know that there's going to be a player holding you from A. More likely from CT, but also in towards Temple. Why don't you just throw a flashbang on that angle? You just guarantee it. You know that they know that you're there. So why would you not invest a flashbang just to guarantee a kill or guaranteed space? Instead, X5 finds 2 kills. And then they wait and they dilly-dally to go in towards B. So they miss the timing and they get completely swarmed. Really well played from PARIVISION, but there are some really crucial mistakes coming through from Falcons. Even in this round, X-Power finds the opener up long.
Look at the aggression as well, pushing down towards Flame. And in towards mid. BOROS. The pure mechanical skill of BOROS. You can never underestimate it. MBK was aware of that position, but dealt with body. Good entry. And you still have this lurk in BOROS. Now, he is known, so they're going to be anticipating his position. The 3v3.
They're not going to know about main. They're not going to think that main can ever be a possibility here because you've got BOROS. Jerry's going to win the round right here. This is it. This is done. Unless Body can clutch 1 versus 3, I don't think it's happening. I think PARIVISION are just about done enough here. Bomb ticking down. Nice shot from Body. Jerry, no. Out a main. And takes the fight, does Body. No way. I didn't think it was possible, but it's happening. Is there enough time on the defuse to come through? It's going to be ever so close, but I think Jerry just about has it. 1917, PARIVISION take their map pick.
What an absolute nail biter. What a way to end it. The multiple OTs coming through. It all comes down to that final 1v1, and Jerry, of course, leading his team to victory. But what a great